Hi, my name is Hope. I'd like to show you a technique called eye movement integration that you can use to reduce distress, emotional distress in the moment, and also that you can use to target disturbing memories or break up cravings that you have in the moment. The idea is your eyes are directly connected to your brain through the optic nerve. You have one in the back of each eyeball. And if you've ever noticed, if you do mental math and you add, say, 9 plus 12, your eyes will go to a certain location responding to brain activity. I think it's cross-wired. On the other hand, if you try to remember the name of a good friend in elementary school, your eyes will go to another location responding to brain activity elsewhere. So our eyes move around depending on what our brain is doing. Well, the reverse is also true. If we move our eyes around, we stimulate different parts of our brain. If you've ever noticed, when somebody's very, very upset, they're very angry or they're very afraid or anxious, or they're remembering something terrible, their eyes are going straight ahead. It's as though the brain is kind of frozen. On the other hand, if you're late for an appointment or you miss the bus, your eyes are looking all over the place. You're trying to find a solution. So what we found is that when people are very upset and they're looking straight ahead, if they simply move their eyes slowly to the four corners, it breaks up what seems to be a fixed neural pathway. We don't understand the brain completely, but it seems to break that up. So you're left with the thought, the idea, the memory, but not the emotional distress that's attached to that thought or memory or craving. So what I'd like to do is show you how you can first just slowly move your eyes. I want to show you how to do that. So what I'd like you to do is just close your eyes and slowly move your eyes to the four corners like you're making a box. So you're going to the four corners. So do that a couple of times. And then I'd like you to imagine you're watching something moving away from you. So if you're moving your eyes to the four corners, imagine something is moving away from you. Try it with your eyes closed. And just keep doing that for a couple of minutes. The four corners, out into the distance, and the four corners again. Okay, so if you were able to do that, to move your eyes slowly to the four corners and out into the distance, you probably feel a little calmer, maybe even a little sleepy. What you've done is you've just calmed your brain down. You'll find that in many meditation techniques, there's imagery and you're actually moving your eyes. That's part of why it's calming. You'll also notice that when you roll your eyes, you calm yourself down. You don't hurt anybody and you don't say anything offensive. Now I'd like to show you how to use this technique to target disturbing memories that you might have. So what you need to do is, if you have a disturbing memory and it took place with a person, you have to go back to your earliest disturbing memory with that person. And what I want you to do is identify how much that memory bothers you. 0, not at all, to 10. So to try this, find something that bothers you above a 6. And go back to the earliest disturbing memory you have with that person and give it a number. Once you give it a number, say it's a 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, what I'd like you to do is go ahead, close your eyes, move your eyes slowly to the four corners, and every now and then have your vision go out into the distance as though you're watching something move away from you. So continue to do that, moving your eyes slowly, while you're thinking about that earliest disturbing memory with that person. It has to be the earliest one that still bothers you to be effective. If it's a more recent one that happened more recently, it won't be as effective. So you can go ahead and do that. Find a memory, go back to the earliest one with that person that bothers you, give it a number, and close your eyes, moving your eyes to the four corners and then out into the distance while you're thinking about anything about that memory that bothers you. So you can go ahead and do that. We'll just do it for a couple of minutes. Okay, so let's check in. So what I'd like you to do now, so you can open your eyes, is see what number you're at. So if you were at a 10, see if you're at an 8 now. It won't be logical. It will just be a feeling that you have. A number will pop in your head. Could go down very quickly for some people, depending what the memory is. Or it might have started at a 6 and go down to a 5, something like that. If when you do it, you start remembering earlier memories, and it doesn't quite go down very quickly, that's okay. What that means is you want to go ahead and use this with the earlier memories. So go ahead, find the earliest memory that bothers you, give it a number, and go ahead and move your eyes to the four corners and out into the distance while thinking about anything about that memory that you don't like. Okay, so I'd like to check in again. So now just identify what number you're at now with that, whichever memory it was that you're working on. And it should keep going down. What you want to do is keep doing it slowly and gently. Move your eyes slowly and gently, because you don't want to do it too hard, because you're going to strain your eye muscles if you do it too hard or too fast. They'll be okay, but it's uncomfortable. So you want to do that till the memory gets down to a 2 or below a 2. you can use this to clean out the closet. You always need to go to the earliest memory that still bothers you, though, in order for it to work effectively. And it's totally private. Again, this is not a substitution for seeing a therapist, a psychiatrist, talking to your primary care doctor, but it's a technique that has been helpful for many people to address some disturbing memories that they weren't ready to talk about with other people. It's been used also in the moment at the dinner table. Just close your eyes and move your eyes around. You'll feel calmer as you interact with the rest of your family. And it's also used for cravings. If you are trying to stop using something or break a habit, close your eyes, get your eyes moving, and you'll break up that fixed sense of craving. It'll help you get through the craving so you can break whatever habit you're working on. Right. Thank you very much.